Alrighty guys, so I feel like this video is probably going to be an important one to make because this is going to be me asking you guys why you guys feel the way you do about certain things, and I would love to see your responses in the comment section. So why am I doing this, you may ask? Well, you see, the reason why I'm doing this is because I personally think that the best way that I could possibly be able to understand where you guys are coming from is for you guys to actually tell me so I could be able to reason with you guys easier. So yeah, let's just do this in the best way I possibly can. So question number one, why do you guys like negative XP? Now, the reason why I ask you guys this is because, I know you're gonna, give me, these very vague answers, oh, well, I just like him because he's, the bestest thing ever, or I like him because this, I like him because that. No, listen, when I ask you that, I'm asking you, what is it about negative XP that makes you connect with his ideologies to such a personal level, to the point where you feel like you need to defend him from anyone who hates him? Because the thing with negative XP is that his music is very opinionated. So, because of that, a lot of people who like his music tend to have a lot of the same, opinions that he has, and a lot of his opinions are pretty prejudiced, to say the least. And if it's not that, then it usually, is there to dismantle culture in place of theocracy. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I've heard some people claim that negative XP is apolitical, and honestly, I think that's just a load of fucking bullshit, and if anyone actually thinks that, they just have horrible media literacy. And you know what? I'm just gonna ask you guys this. How the fuck would you even know what negative XP even is without even being involved in politics whatsoever? Because, like I said before, his music is not apolitical at all whatsoever. So, yeah. Another question I have is, why do you guys feel the need to defend Elon Musk? Now, I know what you guys may be thinking. Oh, well, we're not defending Elon Musk. We're just saying that he agrees with a lot of the stuff you agree with. Therefore, you should like him, right? But, the thing about it is that that's factually false. If Elon Musk actually did believe in a lot of the things that I believed in, then why the hell did he do that fucking bullshit at the inauguration? I know that some people are gonna, misconstrue that and be all like, oh, well, he just has autism, it's a tic, right? So much for getting upset at people for using autism as an excuse, because I've heard many people before who are on, this ideology that think that, oh, well, if you're autistic and you're low functioning and you're really gullible and you're tricked into doing things, therefore, you can't use autism as an excuse because I said so. I have friends who are autistic, all of which being fucking high functioning, but you see, it's bullshit like that that makes me hate the fucking autism as an excuse card. And what makes it even worse is that you guys fucking use autism as an excuse to defend Elon Musk's anti-Semitism. And it's not even just that, it's more than just the salute. He fucking supports the AFD, which is really fucked up, so, yeah. And here's the thing, if Elon Musk actually really cared about anime in any way, shape, or form, then why the fuck isn't he doing anything about what these fucking piece of shit people in Texas are doing to try and get it banned? You know what I mean? If he actually cared about that, you'd actually see him step up and, go after these people trying to get it banned in Texas. But no, he's not doing that because Elon Musk is a piece of shit, okay? So, let me ask you that, why are you guys trying to, do this to where, you think that I would just take your word for, the truth without doing any research? Like, why? Alright. Another question I have is, why do you guys feel the need to, call people pedos for disagreeing with pedo hunters? Listen, I'm just gonna say it straight up. When it comes to my opinion on actual pedophilia, like people who attack children, like, I'm vehemently against that, right? I've made it clear before in my videos about Foodist Zen and Aurea Gaming, pointing out the hypocrisy in these people trying to be pedo hunters, whilst at the same time either A, harassing children into suicide, or B, going into coffee shops and yelling about how child pornography should be legalized. So, I just don't see why you people could just, make the accusation that I'm a pedo just because I disagree with pedo hunters. Like, you guys know that I'm against pedophilia. Like actual pedophilia. I'm not talking about that fucking cartoon bullshit. Like, that's not pedophilia. That's just, people, being into drawings. And if that does coincide with them and what they're into when it comes to real people, then you know what? Maybe they are pedophiles. But if it's just limited to drawings, then no. But regardless of what's being said, like, how are you guys gonna call me a pedo for disagreeing with pedo hunters? Because my problem with pedo hunters aren't that they're going after pedophiles, no. My problem is that they're doing it the wrong way. There's a professional way of doing it. I literally said in my video exposing the pedo hunter grift that Chris Hansen is the best person to have ever done it. And while yes, I might have some flaws with his methods, at the same time, I still think that he's professional enough to, at the very least, be respected in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah. Okay, anyways, next question. Why do you guys feel the need to defend Foodist Zen? Like, it's so fucking weird how you guys are gonna call me a fucking pedophile for going after pedo hunters, yet you're defending a pedophile. Not just a pedophile, but a self-admitted pedophile, right? Someone who's went out of their way to go into coffee shops and proclaim that child porn should be legalized. Someone who has, tried to make the argument that pedophobia is something that exists. So, why do you guys feel like that's a person you need to defend, but at the same time, when it comes to me, I'm apparently a pedo just because I don't like pedo hunters. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, this is where my suspicion comes from when I say that you guys don't actually care about children, but you just want to throw pedo accusations at people just for the sole purpose of harassing them. Especially when it comes to the whole shit with Aurea Gaming and how, she harassed a 16-year-old girl to suicide. So, yeah. And, okay, finally, now I wanna ask this question, alright? Why the hell do you guys go after Redditors, but you guys are, like, even more terminally online than Redditors? Like, I'm dead serious. Like, we got guys over here being all like, oh, you should stop using Reddit. That's, like, terminally online. You should use 4chan, Kiwi Farms, and Soy Jack Party. That's way less terminally online, which is, like, factually inaccurate. Like, you're probably more likely to be terminally online if you use any one of those 3 websites, especially Soy Jack Party, right? And it's made even worse when you have these same people calling themselves scholars of Reddit history. So, okay, I'm just gonna stop you guys right there. So, it's apparently bad to be a Redditor, but it's good to waste your time fucking documenting, Reddit. And this isn't my opinion, by the way. This is what they think. They think that any online behavior is terminally online, unless if it's quote-unquote based in red-pilled. Like, that's a load of bullshit, right? Now, why am I asking these questions, you guys may ask? because I'm starting to understand these people less and less and less the more I think about it. And the more I think about these people, the more fucking incomprehensible their logic is. Because, like, here's the thing. I spent 2 weeks trying to make a new video, right? And the reason why is for 2 reasons. 1, health problems. And 2, I just couldn't figure out how to defend myself any further because I genuinely do not understand you guys' logic at all whatsoever. So, I guess the best thing I could really do is just ask, so, yeah. Alright, see ya.